Okay, CPLR 502 question. Where because of a joinder of claims or parties there is a conflict as to venue, the court upon motion shall order as the place of trial, and the answer is C, one proper as to at least one of the parties or claims. Let's look at what the answer reads back here. CPLR 502 provides that where because of joinder of claims or parties there is a conflict as to venue, the court upon motion shall order as the place of trial one which is proper as to at least one of the parties. Thus, if there is a conflict over proper venue, the court has authority to choose where the action shall be heard, provided it is proper as to one of the parties or claims. So the actual CPLR is pretty short. Conflicting, so 502 is conflicting venue provisions. So where because of the joinder of claims or parties there is a conflict of provisions under this article, the court upon motion shall order as the place of trial one proper under this article as to at least one of the parties or claims. So I think that's pretty straightforward. I was also checking out 501, contractual provisions fixing venue. Subject to the provisions of subdivision 2 of section 510 and section 514 of this article. So basically, before they give you this actual what it's going to be, they're telling you that there are certain subject to provisions, which means like, you know, these are outside of this section. In other words, this law pretty much is the other section. So let's just see what that is comprised of before we go on to the actual rule. Or actually, let's go on to the rule. Written agreement fixing a place of trial made before an action is commenced shall be enforced upon a motion for change of place of trial. So it's basically saying that outside of those two provisions, that prior to the action commencing, you know, that venue is going to be enforced. It's that's a fixed venue, meaning it's not moving anywhere. That's where it's going to be unless it's subject to these provisions. So this is subdivision 2 of section 510. So let's look up 510, which is right here. 510 number 2. This is grounds for change. See, there's the one of the provisions. Grounds for change of place of trial, and they're referencing number 2. I don't know why they're just referencing number 2, but there is a reason to believe that an impartial trial cannot be had in the proper county. So that would be a reason that they would accept to change the venue. And then the other reference is 514, which doesn't really talk a lot about venues, but it's actions relating to consumer goods. So it's a specific type of action. So that may also be a provision of why the venue, that having that fixed venue might change prior to commencement of an action. And there you have it. And that, so you got a little bit of 514, you got a little bit of 510, and you got all of 501 and 502.